I have a bar. You have a bar. Each of us has a bar that measures our expectation, our standard, and most importantly, our achievements. The bar is important because it also measures our self-confidence, our level of self-esteem, and ultimately our level of success. Fellow Toastmasters and students, today you learn when to set your bar high, when to start low, and how to keep your bar up. Each of us are unique. We are different in our strengths and weaknesses. How I set my bar is based on how comfortable we are with the task or activity that we are doing. So for example, I was always good at math. So in high school, I signed up for geometry honors. In college, I signed up for calculus. The lesson is we got to keep pushing ourselves higher to the next level so we can become better and more successful at what we are already good at. However, we got to be careful and not pushing ourselves too high because we don't want to end up doing something that is way out of our control and out of what we can handle. So by the time I'm done with calculus 2, I felt that the classes are getting too difficult for me and I stopped there. It's okay to not be the best. You don't have to be sitting on the top of the bar. We don't have to do that. So the next thing you want to do is how to set your bar low when you are not comfortable with doing what you want to do, like what you are fearful to do. So for example, for that, public speaking is always one of the most fearful things that I faced. And I started to set my bar low instead of up here. For the longest time, if you would let's say you would draw a picture of me on a piece of paper, the bubble of words that come out of my mouth, it's like I was talking with my mouth full. Nobody can understand what I'm talking about. Okay, that may be a little exaggerated, but the point is for the longest time, I was always afraid of public speaking. And so I was like shaking and nervous and no way with the camera pointing at me. But my journey to start overcoming my fears when I started walking through the Toastmaster meeting door, and that raised my bar a little bit. When I got up there and gave my first speech, I raised my bar a little bit more. And when I feel comfortable and ready to make a big leap, I participated in a speech contest. And at that point, I realized I'm already up here at the level that I wanted. For everybody, it's different. But for me, I'm happy being just a little above average. That's kind of my standard and my expectation for myself. And you can have your own standard and your expectations for yourself. And the last advice I have for you is to keep your bar up. You don't have to be always working hard and committed, but that is kind of required. Accomplishment does not happen overnight. I want to let you know that it took me 5 years ready to make my leap at Toastmasters. So you guys are all still very young here. You have more than 5 years to accomplish amazing things and pick up on skills that you want to learn. So how do you keep your bar up? One thing that besides being dedicated, being hardworking, being committed, I think one more thing is people need to realize is we are creatures that are really getting influenced by the environments a lot. We got influenced by our surroundings a lot. So the people that surrounded our life, like Josh said and a couple of you said, is the people that are positive. So you want to surround yourself with positive people, dedicated people, people who have a good influence on you. So for example, I joined Rochester Chamber Toastmasters and I surrounded myself with these dedicated Toastmasters. They don't just come to the meeting and improve their own speaking skill. They also volunteer their time to come here and try to help others and go exceeding their expectations. I would say that I would not be here speaking to you if I was not in that club, because I surrounded myself with these people. So I got influenced. So basically, if you go ask your friends about their college plan, how do they pick their college? What kind of research go in there, in their mind? And maybe you can pick up this similar strategy and decide what college you want to go to. Go ask your teacher for questions about homework. Ask beyond what the question asks and learn a little bit more. Join a club, photography club, chess club, public speaking clubs. Surround yourself with people with the same passion and the same interests as you, and you'll naturally be influenced to keep your bar up. So remember, I have a bar, you have a bar, each of us has a bar. When you're up here, keep pushing yourself higher, and then make yourself to the next level. When you're fearful of what you're trying to do, start low and move up a little bit at a time. Go with your own pace. You don't have to rush. You don't have to be the best. And when you're already at the level that you desire to be, keep yourself up by surrounding yourself with amazing people and keep the positivity going. So set your bar today, and you're setting your way to success. Thank you.